The way that human history is taught can therefore mislead because it places far too much emphasis on design, direction, and planning and far too little on evolution. Thus, it seems that generals win battles, politicians run countries, scientists discover truths, artists create genres, inventors make breakthroughs, teachers shape minds, philosophers change minds, priests teach morality, businessmen lead businesses, conspirators cause crises, gods make morality. Not just individuals, but institutions too. Goldman Sachs, the Communist Party, the Catholic Church, Qaeda. These are said to shape the world. That's the way I was taught. I now think it is more often wrong than right. Individuals can make a difference, of course, and so can political parties or big companies. Leadership still matters. But if there is one dominant myth about the world, one huge mistake we all make, one blind spot, it is that we all go around assuming the world is much more of a planned place than it is. As a result, again and again we mistake cause for effect. We blame the sailing boat for the wind or credit the bystander with causing the event. A battle is won, so a general must have won it, not the malaria epidemic that debilitated the enemy army. A child learns, so a teacher must have taught her, not the books, peers, and curiosity that the teacher helped her find. A species is saved, so a conservationist must have saved it, not the invention of fertilizer which cut the amount of land needed to feed the population. An invention is made, so an inventor must have invented it, not the inexorable, inevitable ripeness of the next technological step. A crisis occurs, so we see a conspiracy, and not a cock-up. We describe the world as if people and institutions were always in charge, when often they are not. As Nassim Taleb remarks in his book Anti-Fragile, in a complex world the very notion of cause is suspect. Another reason to ignore newspapers with their constant supply of causes for things. Taleb is brutally dismissive of what he mockingly calls the Soviet Harvard illusion, which he defines as lecturing birds on flight and thinking that the lecture caused their skill at flying. Adam Smith was no less rude about what he called the man of system, who imagines that he can arrange the different members of a great society with as much ease as the hand arranges the different pieces upon a chessboard, without considering that on the great chessboard of human society the pieces have a motion of their own. To use a word coined by Abraham Lincoln, I hope gradually to disenthrall you over the course of this book from the obsession with human intentionality, design, and planning. I want to do for every aspect of the human world a little bit of what Charles Darwin did for biology, and get you to see past the illusion of design, to see the emergent, unplanned, inexorable, and beautiful process of change that lies underneath. I have often noticed that human beings are surprisingly bad at explaining their own world. If an anthropologist from Alpha Centauri were to arrive here and ask some penetrating questions, he would get no good answers. Why is the homicide rate falling all around the world? Criminologists cannot agree. Why is global average income more than 10 times what it was in the 19th century? Economic historians are divided. Why did some Africans start to invent cumulative technology and civilization around 200,000 years ago? Anthropologists do not know. How does the world economy work? Economists pretend to explain, but they cannot really do so in any detail. These phenomena belong in a strange category, first defined in 1767 by a Scottish Army chaplain by the name of Adam Ferguson. They are the result of human action, but not of human design. They are evolutionary phenomena in the original meaning of the word. They unfold.